if you don't believe you're the man. You're already finished. Someone out there woke up today ready to take everything you ever wanted. And while you hesitate, he executes. This world doesn't wait for maybe. It bows to certainty. You want the truth? You don't believe in yourself because you've never actually been tested. You've never been forced to stand alone with your back against the wall and your future hanging in the balance. You've been sheltered. You've been pacified. You've been told to be soft, humble, gentle, and look where that got you. Look at your life. Be honest. You walk through this world hoping it doesn't hurt you, begging for comfort, chasing approval. You dress the way others expect. You speak like you're scared to offend. You shrink yourself because someone told you confidence was arrogance, and now you're surprised when life doesn't reward you. The world isn't punishing you. It's just showing you who you really are. Every man who's ever done anything extraordinary had one thing in common. They believed in themselves before the world did. Not when the money came, not when the recognition came. Before it all, when there was no applause, when there were no guarantees, when everyone doubted them, they stood tall, alone, convinced of one thing: I am the man, I will find a way or make one. That's the level of belief it takes to build an empire. But don't get it twisted. Self-belief isn't delusion. It's not pretending you're great. It's deciding that you will become great no matter what stands in the way. The moment you start acting like a man who's destined to win, everything around you begins to shift. People feel it. Rooms change when you walk in. Opportunities start appearing. But none of that happens until you make that internal shift. You think confidence comes from achievement? Wrong. Achievement comes from confidence. You build the life you want when you stop seeking validation and start moving like your name belongs in rooms you never even entered. The world doesn't reward the capable, it rewards the certain. You don't need to be the smartest, the strongest, or the most talented. You just need to believe so deeply in your mission that nothing and no one can convince you otherwise. That's when you become dangerous. That's when you stop flinching. That's when you stop begging for opportunities and start creating them. You think people respect talent? No. They respect certainty. Because certainty is rare. Certainty is power. And the only way to develop it is to stop doubting and start deciding. People ask me all the time, Tate, how do I build confidence? And I tell them the truth they don't want to hear. You build confidence by doing hard shit. You build it by waking up when you don't want to. You build it by showing up when you're tired, broken, alone, and still giving your all. Confidence isn't something you're born with. It's forged in the fire of consistent action. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, you stack a brick of belief. Every time you push when it's easier to quit, you send a message to your mind that you're a man who follows through. And over time, those bricks become a fortress. That's how you become unshakable. That's how you silence the doubt. You earn it. But here's the part no one tells you. You're allowed to believe in yourself, even when you're not there yet. You're allowed to walk like a king before the crown ever touches your head, because belief precedes reality. Every empire starts in the mind of a man who refuses to think small. First thing you have to believe is you're the fucking man. You can achieve anything. And if you're not willing to say that to yourself, if you're too scared to believe it, then who the hell will? Your confidence has to come from the vision you see in your head, not the situation you're stuck in right now. You build from the future backwards. You decide who you're going to be, and then you live every damn day like that man already exists. You're not weak because you've failed. You're weak because you stopped believing. You let one setback, one betrayal, one bad week convince you that maybe you're not good enough. And that doubt infected everything: your work, your discipline, your presence. It made you passive. It made you soft. It made you forget who you are. And the worst part? You accepted it. You sat in silence and made peace with being average. Let me be clear. You can't be confident and passive at the same time. One has to die. Either you kill the doubt or the doubt kills the man you were meant to become. There is no middle ground. And I know what you're thinking. But what if I fail? What if I try and I still lose? Good. Let the fear sharpen you. Let the pressure mold you. The point isn't to be fearless. It's to be brave in spite of it. Confidence isn't the absence of fear. It's a refusal to be ruled by it. You get knocked down, fine. You get back up with your chest out and your eyes forward because you believe not in luck, not in other people, in yourself. That's the real win. That's the mindset that makes kings out of nobodies. You want to change your life? Then change the way you see yourself. You're not a victim. You're not broken. You're not lost. You are powerful beyond belief, but only if you choose to be. Only if you stop whispering and start speaking with conviction. Only if you stop playing small and start owning your place in this world. Stop looking around for examples. Be the example. Be the standard. Walk, talk, act like the man you know you're capable of becoming. And keep doing it until it's undeniable. Because at the end of the day, Confidence is not optional. It's your duty. It's the weapon you need to fight every battle this world throws at you. And if you don't build it, someone else will come along more certain, more committed, and take what was meant to be yours. It's not about arrogance. It's not about ego. It's about survival. It's about becoming so sure of who you are that nothing, not hate, not failure, not fear can shake your foundation. Right? Because I remember being broke. Not just broke financially, broke mentally. I wasn't walking around with my chest out. I wasn't commanding attention. I was invisible, not because the world couldn't see me, but because I couldn't see myself. I didn't believe I mattered. Let me tell you something. That's the most dangerous place a man can be. Not rock bottom, not failure, but when he starts believing he was never meant to win in the first place. There wasn't a single moment that changed me. It wasn't a Hollywood scene with fireworks or a sudden flood of motivation. It was a decision. Quiet, violent, permanent. I looked at my reflection one day and I realized this version of me dies today because the man I wanted to become, he wasn't coming to save me. He wasn't some distant version waiting at the end of success. He was inside me, buried under excuses, laziness, and fear, and I had to dig him out with my bare hands. That's where confidence is born. Not in comfort, not in hype, but in the trenches, in the mornings you don't want to wake up, in the workouts where your lungs burn, in the hours of silence where no one sees the work but you do it anyway. People love to say, believe in yourself. Sounds nice, doesn't it? But belief isn't some fluffy mantra. It's war. It's you versus every insecurity that's ever tried to silence you. It's standing firm when the results don't show up. It's telling the world, I don't care if you see it yet. I know who I am, because at one point I was the only person on the planet who believed I'd become something. No claps, no praise, no proof, just a fire in my gut that said, I am not staying here. That's what people don't understand. Confidence isn't loud, it's silent conviction. It's the unshakable decision that mediocrity is no longer an option. I remember when I first started making money, not much, just enough to breathe differently. Just enough to walk with purpose. And do you know what I realized? The confidence came before the cash. The internal shift came before the external reward. I had already started acting like a millionaire when my bank balance was still starving. Because I wasn't acting, I was aligning. The world doesn't reward the capable. It rewards the certain. I was certain. Not because I had all the answers, but because I was finally asking the right questions. Who do I want to be? What am I willing to sacrifice? How hard am I willing to go to make it real? Most of you are stuck because you're waiting for permission. You're waiting for some magical moment where the stars align and your doubts disappear. That moment will never come. No one is going to walk into your life and crown you king. No one is going to hand you confidence on a silver platter. You either build it or you suffer. You either declare your value or the world assumes you have none. And the thing is, once you taste even a small drop of belief, real belief, it's addictive. Because suddenly you realize you've been living on autopilot. You've been watching your own life like it's a movie you're not even starring in. And for the first time, you grab the wheel and say, I drive from now on. People talk about success like it's this distant mountain you climb once and you're done. But it's not. It's a decision you make every day. You wake up and choose to be a winner, even if you don't feel like one yet. You walk into every room like your name belongs in it. You shake every hand like you're going to be remembered. That's not arrogance. That's certainty forged in pain, repetition, and resilience. Confident isn't, look at me, it's I know who I am, whether you see it or not. And let's get one thing straight. Your past doesn't disqualify you. I don't care what you've been through. I don't care if you failed, been humiliated, lied to, cheated on, counted out. That's your power. That's your edge. The scars on your soul are not weakness. They're the proof that you've survived hell. So now when life throws more chaos your way, you smile and say, I've been here before. I didn't fold then, and I'm not folding now. That's self-belief, not the kind you post about, the kind you believe for. So if you're sitting there right now wondering if you've got what it takes, let me make it simple. You do. But it won't matter until you decide. You have to stop waiting for confidence and start walking like it's already yours. You have to speak with purpose even when your voice shakes. You have to believe you're the man even when the world still sees a boy. And eventually, the world catches up. But that's the first thing you have to believe is you're the fucking man. You can achieve anything. That belief? It's not arrogance, it's survival. It's power. It's the root of every transformation you'll ever experience. And if you don't own that, if you keep playing small, hiding in your insecurities, pretending you're not ready, someone else will take the life that was meant for you. Confidence is the key that unlocks every door, not because it makes you perfect, but because it makes you unstoppable. Look around you. Every second that passes is gone forever. People waste years doubting themselves, waiting for signs, waiting for motivation, while their future gets robbed by their own hesitation. That clock on the wall isn't ticking politely, it's mocking you. Every minute you waste not believing in yourself is a minute someone else is using to become stronger, richer, sharper. That's the brutal truth. Confidence isn't just a mindset, it's a weapon. And if you don't arm yourself with it, life will eat you alive. The world belongs to those who decide they deserve it before they're handed anything. You're either building belief or building excuses. Fear isn't what holds you back. The real fear should be this, that one day you'll look in the mirror and realize you lived your entire life as a watered down version of yourself. That all the things you could have been, could have done, could have built, died with you. Not because you weren't good enough,